thrilled to have on the Rich Eisen Show for the first of what I hope is many times, David Feherty. How are you, David?
Doing great. Thanks, Rich. Thanks.
Thanks for coming on the program. I appreciate that. What was that like seeing, obviously not a name guy, but somebody in his 65th tour start drop a 24-footer and win such a prestigious event?
Yeah, it's very cool. It is. And it just looked like a playoff from about from the 9th hole, 10th hole on. Kind of knew it was going to be a playoff. But Paul Casey and Dustin Johnson looked like favorites. But what always amazes me, Rich, is the standard of golf when it comes to a playoff. They just sort of take it up a notch. James Hahn won with 4-3-2. And 4 at the last is always a great score at Riviera. 3 at 10 is about impossible. And 2 at 14, it just got better and better. He would have made 1 on the next hole if he had to.
And he said, that he and his wife are expecting a daughter in 3 weeks, and he's going to try and name the daughter Riviera. David, you think he's got a shot at that?
Riviera Hahn, that actually has a nice ring to it.
It does. At least he didn't win it. At least he didn't win a crooked stick, because if that happened, he'd never have a shot, David.
No, that would suck. Yeah. that would. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. David Feherty of CBS joining me here right now. So Tiger is not on the tour this week. What do you read into that he couldn't get ready in time for the Florida swing, David?
Well, I'm sorry, my radar detector is talking to me.
Yeah, no problem.
No, actually, it is a problem. But moving right along, Tiger is, he released a statement on Twitter when he, hang on a minute.
Where are you, David? Where have you joined us on this program?
I'm actually driving on my way out to a ranch that I shoot feral hogs on.
Okay.
It's snowing. One of the hardest parts about this journey is avoiding local affiliate weather people who are standing in the middle of the road telling people that the weather is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day long. Like we don't have windows. Yeah. Anyway, listen, back to Tiger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought that he said something that made him seem as vulnerable as I've ever heard. Basically he said, look, I don't have it at the minute. I read into it, look, I'm a basket case. Not quite sure what's going on at the minute. I'm going to take some time off and see if I can find it again. So I don't expect to see him until the Masters, but I thought that was a really good sign that he was willing to say that, because the first thing you've got to do when you have any problem, and trust me, I know this, is admit that you have a problem. And it's the first time that we've heard that from him.
So what is his problem, David? What do you think it is?
Well, it's between the ears. There's no question about that. If you go back to when he was playing such extraordinary golf around the turn of the century there, on the follow-through, he looked relaxed. And I'm not a swing guy. I couldn't really tell you the difference in his swing between then and now, except he's swinging more often. His swing looks the same to me as it did on the Mike Douglas show when he was 2 years old. But his follow-through position, you can tell that he's making 17 minor adjustments on the downswing, and he finishes in an uncomfortable place because of it. He just needs to find a way to finish in that comfortable position again, and everything that goes behind it will have worked. It really is that simple. And he's working with a kinetics guy at the minute, which doesn't seem that simple to me.
Right.
I would love to see him, I'd love to see him buy an island, fortify it heavily, and just fend off all attackers for a while.
Well, maybe you should take him feral hog shooting with you, David. Maybe that might help clear what's going on between the temples.
That would do him good. And get rid of a few more hogs, which are really evil things that destroy everything they touch.
David Feherty joining me here right now. So, McIlroy on the tour. Is this something that you think fans, certainly here on this side of the Atlantic, can rally around and put the PGA Tour on more, I guess, popular footing than it was or has been in the last couple of years? Do you think McIlroy could be that guy, David?
Well, I think he'll certainly help, Rich. Perception is not necessarily reality. We're seeing extraordinary golf from these kids out here. It's the first sort of vanguard, if you like, of players who grew up with Tiger Woods setting the bar. and they really are remarkable. And Rory is the best of them all. I mean, how can you not love this kid? He plays so beautifully. He's got that killer instinct and baby face and such a nice attitude with it. He really is too nice young man to be a truly great player, you would think. But he seems to be able to balance them both at the moment.
David Feherty of CBS Sports joining me here right now. So, do you think that the selection of Davis Love III as captain of the Ryder Cup and giving him apparently more power over selecting the team can get the U.S. off the schneid here on that tournament, David?
I think that helps, having 4 picks for sure. But, the bottom line is they just have to play better. And we have that group of youngsters coming through that I was talking about that I think will make a difference in the next decade or so. I think you'll see the needle swing back towards the center, perhaps even in our direction, Mm-hmm. And when I say our direction, I say that as an American.
Yes.
I support the U.S. Ryder Cup team. In fact, that's my solution to our immigration problem. You should support the United States of America, their soccer team. That's all. And if you don't, then you should have to go back to the country whose soccer team you do support.
Okay, I like that.
That's it. It's done. Over.
Yeah, I like that. David, before I let you go, how does one, because I'm from New York City. I've never gone hunting, let alone feral hog hunting. What is the key to that? What is the focus that one need? What do you use? What do you got?
Well, the key to it is wait until dark.
Okay.
And then use a thermal imager, kind of like our military uses overseas, where you can see the heat signature. Mm-hmm. Get downwind of them. Okay. And hope that they don't see you first, because they can get to 600, 700, 800 pounds with big, nasty, sharp cutters. And I've got a couple of scars from that kind of thing, but I did win each conflict eventually.
Interesting. Wow. And you make jerky out of them? What do you do with a feral hog once you've won that battle?
Yeah, unless they're huge, and they tend to be nasty, filled with parasites, and because they eat everything. They'll eat rabbits. They'll slit a deer's belly open. Mm-hmm. They'll eat rattlesnakes. Usually, in the 80 to 150 pounds. We're talking bacon, sausage, pork. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Well, David, I appreciate you giving us a ring on your way out to clearing your mind in that manner. And I'd love to have you on anytime that when you're out here or throughout the tour, David. I appreciate it.
Anytime, Rich. Anytime. Thank you.
You bet. Take care. Drive safe.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.